Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video we will talk about 3 ways to create your typography as a part of your design system by Figma Styles or components or design tokens or Figma variables. Okay, I will show you the strengths and the weaknesses for each one of them. Okay, so to create your typography as a part of design system, the best way actually to have 2 files. One file for your design system and another file for your design file. Okay, so if you can see here, I have 2 files. This one will be my design file and this one will be my design system. Okay, so I usually sometimes prefer to use this plugin TypeScale just only to create some typography quickly. Okay, so give you a lot of options here. So for example, I don't need any scales below my 6 scales. Okay, so this is my base 16 pixels, so I need just only 6 sizes, 6 scales above. Okay, so I will hit generate and this is the result. Okay, so let's start with creating Figma styles first. Okay, so this is my text. To create a Figma style here, that means you have to select the text layer, then you go here and click add a new style. So for example, let's say this one is heading 1. Okay, so I will do same for each one. I go here and click, this is my heading 2, and the final one here I will call it, for example, this is my body text. Okay, so now I have Figma styles. To publish this as a library, so you go here, you just hit libraries, then you click publish. Okay, so now I am publishing 7 styles. I hit publish, but you have to wait until this one successfully, and also you have to make sure your library has been published successfully, so you have to wait until this message. Okay, then now I go to my design file and I need to link the library I just published it to my design file. So I go here also to libraries and you have to find your file here. But if you didn't find it, you just maybe based on where you saved your file, so maybe under my team, so I will scroll until I find, yeah, this is a file, my design system. I hit add to file and you can see added. So once you close this one, because we don't have a component until this moment, so you will not find your styles here, and also you will not find it here. But if you have a text, okay, for example, let's say I have a text layer. Okay, so if you select this text layer, once you go here, you will find your style. Okay, so what I will do, I will also create a different scale of my typography just to save the time. Okay, I just need to show you. Okay, so now I will just drag this one and I will duplicate it. For example, this will be heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be my body text. Okay, so once I go here, I go to typography, I can see, okay, this is heading 1, no changes happen because actually the same font, same size, same everything. So I go here also, assign this one to heading 2, and 4, and the last one is my body text. Okay, so now let's try to test 3 main things. Okay, I just will add here just an auto layout for me to can test many things. Okay, so the first thing we have to test is I need to change the content. Okay, so if I change the content, let's say this is my new content. Okay, and I will try to make this one more. I have no issue for this content, whatever my design width is bigger or smaller, and also I can see the height of the content of my text layer, yeah, is automatically updated and I have no issue. Okay, updating the content has no issue. Okay, the second thing we need to test is the color. If you go to your design file and you try to change the color here, okay, and for example, let's say this is our new color, I can't update anything here because actually Figma Styles controlling only the typography settings, font size, font weight, font family, letter spacing, blah blah blah, but not the color. And if you wanted to make sure this actually is correct, so let's try to add one new style. Okay, so I will go here, let's say this, for example, X small text. Okay, I will create a style. So now I can update that update icon. It's not showing here, but let's go to library. I publish it again. I hit publish. This is a new style I just created, and you have to wait until you get the successfully message here. Okay, done. So now I will back to my design file again. If I try to duplicate this one and assign it to, see, I can see directly here. Okay, so I can see the new Figma style, but the colors, it's not here. So this is my limitation if I'm trying to create my typography by Figma style. Okay, so I don't have any issue with the content, but I still have one issue for the color. I still need to update the colors here, and this is not good. So imagine if my project is big and I wanted to change the colors here, it will be very hard to control the colors in my design file. Okay, the last thing we need to test here is if I want to change the font family itself. So if I select more than one typography here, I cannot update the font family, but if I select one, I can go here, I can go to the settings, edit the style, and for example, let's try to update this one. So this is also an issue. Why? Because I have to change the typography font family manually one by one to can update my Figma design file. And this is something not good, especially for medium projects or big projects. Okay, so not sure this is an issue or not, because I didn't get the successful message, but maybe because internet issue or something like that. So once I click update, I can see the font family has been updated, but the color is not. So the content has no issue, but the color has an issue. I have to update in my design file manually, and also to update the font family also is a big issue because I have to change it one by one from my design system file. Okay, what if I'm trying to create my typography using a component? Okay, so let's remove this, and also let's remove our Figma styles here, and let's try to duplicate or have a copy from this text. Okay, I just will do an auto layout here only to increase the spacing. After that, I will remove this auto layout. Okay, so what if I try to create my typography using a component? And also we will test three things: to update the content, to update the color, to update the font family itself. Okay, so I have to select my text layer and right click and create a component. Okay, I will do same for each one, and I will show you what is the limitation you will have, or maybe some issues, and how you fix it, and let's test the three things. Okay, so also I will update this one to h1 and body text. Okay, so this is my components. Now I need to publish my library. You can see the styles has been removed, but the components, it's new. So let's publish and go to our design file, drag our components, and test the limitation. Okay, I think this is an issue. I don't know why. Maybe Figma issue or my issue, because I see in a second the successful message happen. But let's test. If I go here, maybe I still cannot see any updates also in there. Now I can see because under assets I can see the component. So maybe I will remove this one. I will drag h1 here, h2, okay, h3, h4, h5, h6, plus my body text. Okay, so I will select all, try to do an auto layout, just increase the spacing, and also I will add a fill color here, and also some paddings. Okay, like that, like this. And let's test three things. Okay, first let's test our content. Once I selected this component, you can see here under my file, see I'm selecting the component, not the text layer. The text layer height, okay, actually is bigger than the component itself. And what did this mean? This means if I'm trying to update this content, I will have an issue. So let's say Okay, let's add one more option because this is a design system. If I selected this text here and I go to the property, I can create a property here to update the content easily. Okay, so I will do all, and maybe also I will change the color, okay, for you, so we can test two things together. The color, okay, I still can control the color of my typography from my design system or not, and also we'll test the content. Okay, so let's say, okay, I am changing the color right now by selecting all the text, and also I come here and do like that. Okay, so let's hit publish and see the updates. Don't forget, you have to wait until you can see the successfully message here. Okay, done. So once I come to my design file, I can hit update, and now let's see, the color has been updated, and if I select the text, I can see the property here I can override. So let's say this is my new content. Okay, if my content actually is shorter than the original one coming from the design system, I will not have an issue here for the height itself. Okay, if I'm selected the component, I can still make it fill or fix it, but I can't see here the option of hug. Okay, I will tell you why actually this, but let's test. What if I have a bigger content? See what happened? So even also for the height here, also I can't do anything. Also the fill will not solve the issue. The issue can be solved by you adjusting this one, the height manually. And actually this is not helpful, because this means for once you update the content inside any text layer as a part of your design file, you have to fix its height manually, and this is actually not the best practice. This is a very wrong issue. Okay, so how we solve this issue? To solve this issue, actually you have to create an auto layout first inside your component before you create the component. Okay, I will show you something. Let's say if I select this text layer and I try to create an auto layout here, you still can see the frame here. This will not fix the issue. The issue can be fixed if you create the auto layout before. Okay, so let's try to do it again from scratch. You can see how it looks like. I will do auto layout here just to change the height a little bit. Okay, now I will remove this auto layout, and each one here I will create an auto layout first. Okay, so auto layout, this one also shift A to create auto layout for each one. Okay, and each auto layout actually come with padding right and left, top and bottom, so I will reset it. Okay, so now I will create a component. Now let's rename it. So for example, h1 new, I will make it new just for you to make sure I using the new one. Okay, and the last one, body text new. Okay, so now I can publish. Okay, you can see here the old one has been removed and the new one has been created or added. Done. So if I back to my typography, if I remove this one because this is old one, I go to my assets, I can see all the new here. So this is my H1 or heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. Okay, so if I try to create an auto layout here, add a color, add a padding also, you can see I can still testing everything. Okay, so the first issue here, you can see the text itself. If just make this one out here, I don't have any issue until now. Let's just make this one. The first issue here actually we are facing is this alignment. I can select it manually and I do like that, but actually this is not the best practice, because that's mean in my design file for each component I drag it from my assets to use it in my design file, I have to update this one. So the best way actually to update from the source. Okay, also let's try if I am trying to update the content. So we forgot here also to add a property to can update the content. So let's try to do this, and maybe also I will try to update the color here to can see I still can control the color or not. This time let's make it dark purple and publish. So done. once I back to my typography file, or sorry, my design file, I can hit update all. So the color has been updated, and if I select the component, I still can control the content from here. So this is my new content. Okay, so if I try to make this content more, I still have an issue here. So how to fix this one? To fix this one, you select the text layer itself, not the component, and you just can go here and make it fill. But also this is not the best practice, because that means you have to go to each component, you drag it from here to your design file, you have to update it manually each one. But the best way is actually to update it from the source. Okay, so I will go to my source, I will select this component. For example, do you remember this one, the alignment issue? Also I will do the alignment issue for all. So that means I'm avoiding to have this mistake later in the future, and I don't need to do it manually for each time. Okay, plus the text layer, I will select the text layer and I will make it fill. Okay, for each one. Okay, so if I hit publish again, done. So once I come here and I click update, what you will see is the alignment has been done, and also you can see the content has been updated, no issue, fix it and everything. So why this one is still have an issue? Because you just need to go here and make this one fill container. Fill, so I have no issue for this one. Okay, so now I don't have any issue with the content, I don't have any issue with the color, but let's test the last thing here. Let's test what if I want to change my font family and my typography, what I have to do. So in this case, I'm using a component, but I still have to select each one here, and I do changing the color like this. Okay, so I still can do like one time, but you have to select all together. Okay, so I will do also same like this, and this means if I publish again, I have to can see the new font family in my design file. So I can see now maybe creating a typography by component, but you have to make sure you create an auto layout first before you create a component, is a little bit more better than you are using the Figma style. But if your project is very small, maybe Figma style is okay for you. Okay, medium projects or big projects, I think component is more better. Okay, so if I come here, I'm trying to update, done. The font family has been updated and I have no issue with anything. Okay, so what if I'm trying to use a design tokens here? Because now I have, maybe I can see creating a typography as a component solve all my problems, I don't have any issue, but maybe this only for you as a designer. But if your project has been handed over already to the developer and you take a decision to update the font family, okay, on Figma it's easy, it's not a hassle or wasting a time, but in the code also it will take time. But if you are using design tokens, I think will be more better, faster to create it or update your font by Figma Variables or your design tokens, and also this will reflect to the code. Okay, so to do that, actually how we can control it, let me first Command Z to change the font family to enter back. Okay, so what I will do is I will create some component. Okay, so let's rename this one. Let's say this is my option tokens. Okay, this is my primitives or option tokens. So I will create a string because actually the font family is a text. Okay, so maybe I can say font slash here to create a group. So for example, I will say font enter. Okay, and the value will be enter. Okay, so now I will create a new collection. Let's say this is my alias tokens or semantic tokens. I will also create another string variable. I will say, for example, this is typography slash, I will say, for example, primary font. Okay, and I will assign this one to the option token, the font enter. Okay, I will create a component specific tokens. I will call it tokens. Okay, and in this time maybe I say also string variable. I will say this is h1 font family. Okay, and I will link this one to my alias token. Okay, the font primary. Okay, so now I will duplicate this one. Okay, this will be for h2, h1, and my last one, let's say body. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to assign here from the font family, go to variables, and you assign to the tokens level h1 font family, and you go here also do same, and the last one I will assign to body font family. Okay, so what did this mean now? If I click publish and update, let's go back in our design file and try to see my variable already published or not. Okay, so I will come here. Before I click update, I just need you, once I select the text, I can see still this is a normal text. Okay, this is not assigned to a variable. Okay, and I will hit update all and see, okay, the font has been updated, and here I can see the variable name h1 font family. Okay, what did this mean? The content has no issue here because I'm still using the component. The color also, because it's a component, I don't have any issue with that. And let's see, what if I want to update the font family one time directly here from my variables? So in this case, so I just want to type a new text here because I just need to copy the font family name. Okay, I will copy this font name. Okay, so in this case, I don't need to go here and update each heading under my component specific token manually. So maybe let's say I have in my option level or option tokens or primitives, I have a new font. Okay, so let's say this is a font name and this is the value for it. Okay, and because my tokens assign actually for heading 1 font family or heading 2 font family and so on to typography for primary font, so maybe I need to update the primary font. So in this case, I go to the alias primary font. Instead of assigning to font enter, I will assign to another font. You can see it's update here directly, and absolutely if I click publish, it will reflect to all. Okay, but what if you want to change some of them? Okay, so for example, let's say I have here another one called secondary font. Okay, and this secondary font, for example, is enter. Okay, so in this case, let's say my body text only. Yeah, and this body text I want to update it, this one to not primary font, secondary font. You can see it's updated. Okay, let me Ctrl Z. You can see this is old one. Okay, this is a new one. And in this case, if I hit publish, okay, do like that, and I back to my design file, I will see the new font has been updated for all except this one, and I updated all of this from one place directly. Control everything. Okay, not sure it's done or not. Let's click update. Done. The new font has been updated. This one, I just wanna make sure, yeah, font family H6, and I can see it is enter. No, this is not enter. Let me double check here. This is body font family H6 body secondary font. Hold on. Am I updated here the font? What is this one? H6. Why this one is H6? This one not supposed to be H6. This one's supposed to be body text. Maybe I duplicated 2 times. Okay, hold on. Let me test this one. This is H5. I forgot to add here. Actually, it's a body text H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I forgot to add this one here. Let's move it down. Okay, if you see, this is, yeah, my body font family. Yeah, I can see it's so obvious difference between them. So now you have learned the difference between creating your typography as a part of your design system by Figma Style and components and design tokens or Figma variables. Each option of them actually have some strengths and weaknesses. So tell me in the comment how big your project and what option here actually is fit with your project. Okay, and the most important thing here is this video content is a part of a design tokens course from basic to mastery. Okay, if you go to Eldrieny/courses, I will put the link in the video description. You can find this course, and actually this course contains 60+ videos and a lot of things. This course have 9 weeks of content. Check everything. We have some free videos. You can take a look, and if you are okay, I will give you also a coupon code in the video description. You can use it to enroll this course. That's it for today. See you again. Bye.